If you're considering a move to Livermore, you might be wondering, what's the best thing about Livermore? And what's the worst? I decided to pose this question on a popular local community social media page, and I had a huge response. While most of the replies didn't surprise me, there were a few, let's just say they were interesting. Be sure to watch to the end because it might surprise you to find out that the worst thing about Livermore, to some people, is the best. Say what?
What?
And be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified when new videos are up on my channel. Okay, so number 3 of the worst on the list was traffic. Livermore is the furthest city east along the Bay Area's 580 corridor. While it's still part of the Bay Area, yes, it is part of the Bay Area. Funny story, when I moved here in 2006, a very good friend of mine who lives in San Jose used to tell people she was headed out of town. I'm not going to be in the Bay Area this weekend, but she'd come visit me in Livermore. It was hysterical. I always thought, it is the Bay Area. It's like less than 45 minutes from your house. Whatever. I realize some parts of the country, 10 miles outside of town, seems like really far away, but in the Bay Area? Nah. For example, if you need to be at work at 8 a.m., say in Silicon Valley, it might take you an hour and a half to get there, but it's still only 40 miles away. It could be an hour and a half to San Francisco. When I drive to Mountain View during off-peak times, it only takes me about 40 minutes to get where I need to go. South Livermore is much closer to Highway 84, so living in that part of town cuts your commute time significantly if you're commuting to the Silicon Valley. Traffic in town isn't bad at all. If you're just going shopping, picking the kids up from school, visiting friends, it's really easy to navigate around town with not too much traffic. Okay, coming in at number 3 on the best things about living in Livermore, open space. Livermore has done an excellent job of preserving open space and planning walking paths, biking trails all through town. In South Livermore, Sycamore Grove Park is an 847-acre open space park, popular for bike riding, walking, and horseback riding. Just bring your own horse. Also in South Livermore is Holdner Park, where there are multi-use trails for biking, hiking, and horseback riding as well. On the north side of 580, you'll find Brushy Peak, a 507-acre open space preserve. East Bay Regional Park District owns a portion of this park, which is open to the public. If you'd like to spend a day at the lake or doing some camping close to home, Del Val Regional Park is for you. Just 10 miles south of downtown, Del Val Lake is 5 miles long with water recreation fun where you can go swimming and windsurfing, boating, fishing, you name it. There's over 4,000 acres of land for hiking, horseback riding, again, bring your own horse, and even camping. Bring your travel trailer, your motorhome, tent, or rent one of the cabins in the park and enjoy it for a few days. And I can't mention Livermore's open space without mentioning Livermore's many wineries. Livermore is home to more than 45 wineries, many with award-winning wines. Be sure to check out the Livermore Valley Wine Country map in the description below and start planning your next wine tasting trip right here in Livermore Valley. Number 2 on the worst list, the heat. Livermore does tend to have more hot summer days than the rest of the Bay Area. The average temperature here is still only 88 degrees, but there are some days in the summer where the temps do get over 100 degrees. They don't tend to last long, except in our memories. The best part about weather in Livermore is that we have a lot more days we can use our backyard pools, and backyard pools here are really popular. And number 2 on the list for the best things about Livermore, the community. Livermore has a great small town feel and a fantastic downtown. Even though it has a population of over 90,000 people, there is a strong sense of small town community here in Livermore. People are friendlier here than in a lot of the other Bay Area cities. When I first moved here in 2006, I was always a little startled when I'd go out to the grocery store or the hardware store or walk the dog and people would start having conversations with me. I was something I wasn't used to coming from Silicon Valley. It was a little uncomfortable at first, but now I love it. It's a very easy place to be a new person in town, and you make a lot of new friends and connections really easy. Number 1 on the list of worst things about Livermore, oddly enough, is also the number 1 on the best things about Livermore. What? I know, right? But it makes sense, so hear me out. The number 1 best and worst thing about Livermore is the cost of living. Livermore can be an expensive place to live. It's in the Bay Area after all, but you can also get a lot more for your money here than in other parts of the Bay Area. Depending on where you're moving from, the cost of living in Livermore could be your worst or it could be the best. It depends on your perspective, of course. If you're living in San Francisco, San Jose, or the Silicon Valley, wishing you had a larger home but can't afford to buy one, the lower cost of housing, especially here in Livermore, would be perfect for you. With the kids home from school, schooling at home, many of you are working at home, you might be able to get a bit larger house that would better accommodate your needs in Livermore. If you want to know more about Livermore and the Tri-Valley area, be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload new videos to my channel. And if you're planning to visit Livermore or already live here, be sure to join the Livermore Restaurant Facebook group I started, featuring restaurants here in Livermore. The link is in the description below. I'm Maria Diora, the Bay Area Real Estate Mom. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Livermore or anywhere in the Bay Area, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Call me, text me, or send me an email. All my contact information is below.